friends, I'm at the Dollar Tree and I'm gonna organize my refrigerator. I've already got it all cleaned out and pretty and ready to be organized, so I thought I would come into the Dollar Tree and get some organizational baskets and containers and such. And so I thought I would just kind of film my intro from in the car. I don't normally do that. I don't normally even film an intro, but I wanted to come on here and just kind of say hi, show you what I'm doing. I'm at the Dollar Tree here. So there's quite a few people here. I was gonna show you the big basket, the big container section here, but there's a lot of people here, so I don't know if they're here or if they're at Hibbett's, because Hibbett's is right next to it, and then Goodies is on down the way a little bit. I'd say a lot of the cars on the other side are at Goodies. But there's also, can't talk, also a Mexican restaurant that stays really busy here. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to see what I can find. And if it's not really crowded over in that section, I may show you guys what I find. But I just wanted to say hi and tell you that I'm going to be organizing my pantry. Not my pantry, refrigerator. I did my deep freeze and my freezer in the upstairs refrigerator last night, and this morning I cleaned out the refrigerator and got it all wiped down and pretty, and all the old scraps taken out to the dogs. And so now I am ready to get the containers and get it organized the way I want. So I have two refrigerators. I have one in my kitchen upstairs and one in my kitchen downstairs. Kitchen upstairs I usually use for like overflow and then sandwich making, because that's where my husband makes his sandwiches for lunch. And so, but it's basically like my extras, like my apples and such that I don't, like I may have one package downstairs and have two more upstairs. So that's like my overflow of milk and things like that. So, but you guys can kind of see that. I'll kind of explain that when I'm there at the house and can show you the refrigerator and show you how I organized it. So come on, let's go. Let's go in and see what they've got, and hopefully I'll be able to show you while I'm in there. Okay, so it was like crazy busy in there. It was even worse than it looked in the parking lot. There was like 4 people in every aisle, so I didn't feel comfortable recording when I was walking down the aisle, so I didn't take you guys along inside there. But I'm still sitting in the parking lot. I'm waiting on somebody to meet me with some stuff for the kids. But I spent $23. That was after tax. It was $20 before tax. So that meant I got 22 things. They're not all going to be for my refrigerator. Don't worry, I've got like 22 boxes stuff shoved in 2 refrigerators. I probably won't use but like 4 or 5 of them in the refrigerator. But I knew I would need them for other rooms in the house. And we have a new camper. New to us, not new, but so I'm going to need to organize my camper as well. And I like to seal things in like those shoebox size containers in campers, because we've had a camper for a while. We just got a new one. And it keeps the mice out and bugs and stuff, because I mean, we're down at the river. You never know what's down there. You don't know how airtight those campers and things are. So I like to use those on there and on the boat. It's really easy to like put my kids like undergarments and things like that in there. So I'll be back with you when we get to the house, and I'll show you what all I got. So here's what I got. The light's shining in. It's kind of hard to see. The trash is overflowing back there where I just cleaned out the refrigerator. But anyway, these are just lids that go to these shoebox style containers. And I don't know if I'll use any of these in the refrigerator or not. I'm not real sure exactly what I want to do with the refrigerator yet. But those go to there. And these I bought to put in this container here. I want to change this up. You just take this off and then you can change it out, and it sits in the center of my table over here. So I bought those for that. And then I wanted some more Comet spray to clean out the refrigerator downstairs with. And then I found this little mini tripod. I thought it would be handy to have like on the counter when I'm doing my cooking videos, or maybe in the car. I'm not real sure what I'm going to use it for yet. And then I thought this box was just as cute as could be. And I thought I would put the sliced cheese in there. So I'm going to see if that will work or not. But that's my hopes and my thoughts for that. And then these here have handles on them. So I thought I would either put like all of the sandwich stuff, like I could put this down in there and then put like his ham over here and then like lay the Miracle Whip on top, or I may even be able to like put that up on its side and put the rest of it in there. And then that way you would just have to grab just the one basket, or I may just leave this out and then just put like the Miracle Whip and the ham and stuff in there. But really, Miracle Whip and ham and chicken is basically all that would go in here if I didn't put this in here. So I may be able to do it like that and then put the Miracle Whip and then the ham and chicken. So I don't know. I'll have to just kind of play with it and see. And then I got 3 pink and 3 blue. And I think I'm going to stick with blue upstairs and just use the pink for downstairs. And then put like my fruits in one and my vegetables in one. So that's my thoughts. That's my ideas. I don't really know how well it's going to work, but I was trying to kind of plan it out while I was in the store. I didn't usually sit down and I make out like a drawing of whatever room I'm going to be doing. Like when I did my kitchen, I drew out all my cabinets, and then I wrote in which I wanted in each cabinet. That way I kind of knew what kind of containers that I was going to need to get. And I didn't do that with the refrigerator. This was a spur of the moment. Oh, I want to do this kind of thing. So I just ran out to the store and grabbed what I could find, and I'm going to do it as I go. So I will be back with you and show you my after video. Here's a look at my refrigerator on the inside. I'll take you through and show you kind of what I have in my refrigerator. This is my upstairs refrigerator, so it's just basically overflow. I'm out of breath. I just like ran up the steps. But okay, here we go. So this is, of course, Mellow Yellow, but we buy 2 liters of Mellow Yellow and he refills the little bottles. So we have little bottles in here as well. So I wanted to explain why there's little and big bottles of Mellow Yellow in here. And then we have orange juice for breakfast, and then just magnesium, and then lemon juice. And I basically mostly use my lemon juice for cleaning. And then down on this shelf here, these are different types of, we have little biscuits, a little bit bigger biscuits, and then big biscuits. We like our biscuits. Then I have pickles, and in here is bacon grease. Then we just have some cheese dip, some bean dip. And then I guess I'll go ahead and show you. This is the basket I was talking about before. I have like the little chicken packets, and this is his ham, and then Miracle Whip, and this is that container that I was showing you that I got to put the cheese in. So all my cheese did fit, so that is in there. And he can just really easily just grab it with one hand and pull it out. And then we have cracker bologna for snacks for the kids. And then I'm just going to keep my eggs right there out of the way. And I ended up having to do 2 baskets for fruits because I've been on a apple kick. And I was on a diet, on the GM diet, where you could only eat fruits and vegetables on day 1. And then like day 3 was fruits. Or, I'm sorry, day 1 was just fruits, and then day 3 was fruits and vegetables. So I have a lot of fruits left for that. So this basket is strictly apples, and this basket is apples and oranges. There's my apples and some oranges. So if I have them up here in sight where I can see them, I will be more likely to eat them. So I went ahead and put those there. So once the fruit's ate up, I probably won't have 2 baskets of fruit anymore, and I'll use that for something else. And then I have this basket here that I put, this is my husband's homemade barbecue sauce. And then we have 2 opened things of ketchup where he used almost all of one to make barbecue sauce, and we already had one open. He didn't know how much it was going to take. And then ranch dressing, and then just regular Kraft barbecue sauce, because it's thicker for like chops and things. And then down here, and this is where this came from. This is just homemade applesauce, and it's in a bag. Sometimes these bags leak out, so I put it whenever I get it out to thaw out, because I freeze it. I put it in these little containers, and then I I can have that for snack, or the kids can have it for their lunch or whatever. And then down here I have some tomatoes for veggie day or on a sandwich or whatever. I might eat one of those in a little while, but actually looks really good. And then we have onions. We don't eat a whole lot of onions, but they're good for like smells and things. If you have a really bad smell like a mouse, or if your house, if you had a lot of like illness going around in your house, you can put one of those in the window and it will like absorb all the bacteria. So sometimes I like to just keep onions around the house. And the kids are coming in, so it might get a little bit loud. They've been outside. And then this is basically my butter. This has got 3 rolls of butter here, and then 4 in the back. And then I have my block cheese for like macaroni and cheese and stuff here. And then this is my husband's homemade tartar sauce. He's got just a little bit left, so I put that. I didn't really have anywhere else that I really wanted to keep it. I didn't want it to be in sight, so I kept it there. And then this, I would normally have a crisper here, but our crisper broke, so I'm just putting it there like that. So, and then on the door, the bottom has also broke, so that kind of took away a whole lot of like door space that I could use. But that's okay, because this is just an overflow refrigerator, and as you can see, it doesn't have a whole lot in it. So here this is a never been opened butter, and this is one that's opened that I'm using. So they sit there, and then we have cherry juice, and then this is it's a little girl, Jim Beam, and then A1. I have my homemade apple jelly. This is another thing of bacon grease. These are homemade pickles, and then we have the 2 mustards, because we don't really use mustard on sandwich that often, so I just went ahead and left it over here. And this is an extra Miracle Whip. I have 2 things, one opened for keeping smells out, and then this one is if I need it for cooking or cleaning or whatever. And then this is self-rising flour, and then just a beer can that was left here by somebody. And then in this little cubby right here, I usually keep like refrigerated medicines, like that there. And then when we go to a drive-thru, if they give us too many of these, then those will just sit in there. So shut that. So that's what's in my refrigerator. Okay, so I thought I would go ahead and just show you the freezer real quick too, since I'm up here. You can see, like, there's my refrigerator. I have my baskets to control the clutter, and then the medicine, and then my husband's good hat sits up there. So we have, these are my husband's packs for his lunchbox, and then ice. I've been having some issues with my shins and calves, so I've been icing them. And then we don't have an ice maker. This needs to be wiped out. I have not wiped it out yet. But I have like ice tray, and then this back here is homemade cookie dough, and then Girl Scout Thin Mint cookies are back there. And then we have some pork burger patties and just a little popsicle. These are corn dogs that we've got that. They have a box of ice cream. I have a big ham bone there for my dog, and then hot dog buns and hamburger buns. So that's what's in the main part. And then on the door over here, these are just like little ham pieces. They're probably pretty, as you can see, like freezer burnt, so we'll just give them to the dog. And then these are the like my ice pack section. These have little containers. They go in on top of the food, and then you put the lid on and it keeps the food in the container. And then these go in the kids' lunch boxes. And then these are just a couple of spares in case I want to take my lunch as well. If I'm going on like a field trip or I'm going to be out for a while, I can take my lunch. And then the next section down is all ice cream. This was left from the girl's birthday party. So I thought, I'll hang on to it. The kids will eat it, or we can use it for my son's birthday. So that's what's in this freezer. So we have a lot of room to grow if we need to. And so there you go. It's kind of messy on the front right now because we've got a lot going on. I've got, this needs to be taken down. It's spelling words from last week. And then things that are going on with my kids' schools. They've got Chief in Charge Day, and then some handprints and pictures, and then this is a schedule for church, and then just a little thing that my daughter made for her sister, for her sister and her papa for their birthday. So that's my refrigerator, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Look for part 2 will be my downstairs video, and I may go ahead and include the deep freeze in part 2. I'm not real sure if I'm going to do that yet, but you can look for those. Have a good day!